What does data literacy mean for teachers? Ellen Mandinek defines data literacy for teachers as the ability to transform information into actionable, instructionable knowledge and practices. So what does it actually mean? Well, data literacy can be broken down into 5 simpler pieces. The first step is that we need to identify the problem. In this step, this is where we're going to use student evaluation assessments to test their knowledge. For example, we can use an evaluation to test if a child knows adding and subtracting. Step 2 is understanding the data. We need to be able to evaluate the knowledge assessments. Also, we need to be able to look at data from other information. This can include attendance, health, behavior, attitude, welfare, and class activities, along with many others. Step number 3. This is where we draw information. We're going to look at our knowledge assessments and find where the students need more and additional instruction. And step 3 is also where we're going to draw information from the other data that we looked at in step 2. This could mean that our students are sleepier after lunch, so harder activities should be done in the morning when they are more awake. Step 4, determine an action plan. In step 4, we are going to create lesson plans with clear objectives based on our data from our assessments. Step 5 is to evaluate. In step 5, we're going to return to an evaluation assessment to make sure the action plan or additional lessons were a success. Outside the data literacy framework, there is another important tool that we can incorporate to have success in our classrooms, and that is to have a data partner. What better data partner is there other than a student? That's right, we should make our students our data partners. Students should know why these assessments are important. Students should be involved in the process of tracking their own data. They could create data journals to graph the results. Visually seeing this data is encouraging to the students. And with this data, they can set goals. They can be involved in their own education and take control. We couldn't think of a better team outside of student and teacher. So let's review. First, we need to identify the problem. We use evaluations for this. For example, we would give a math assessment to find any holes in learning in addition and subtraction. 2, we understand the data. We take the information that we get from our addition and subtraction test and we understand where the faults are. We also look at the other data like attitudes and behaviors. 3, we draw information from the data we pulled. We know where the problem holes are. We also know that our students are more awake in the morning than after lunch. 4, we come up with a clear lesson plan based on the data. In our example, we're going to use addition. We know that our students are having problems with adding the number 9s. After our lessons, we return to evaluate. We find out what they learned to make sure that our lesson plans were successful. And finally, we keep our students our partners. They're part of the process. This is their education. They should be able to take control of it.